The 80-20 rule, also known as the Pareto principle, is a powerful concept that can transform how we approach work and life. It states that roughly 80% of effects come from 20% of causes. This idea was born in the late 19th century, thanks to Italian economist Vilfredo Pareto. He observed that 80% of the land in Italy was owned by 20% of the population. This imbalance, he found, extended to other areas as well. Pareto's observation wasn't about perfect mathematical ratios. It's a general guideline suggesting that a small portion of our efforts often yields the most significant results. This principle encourages us to identify and focus on that crucial 20% to maximize our impact. By understanding and applying this rule, we can work smarter, not harder, and achieve greater success in all aspects of our lives. Imagine a gardener who tends to numerous plants, but only a handful truly thrives. These flourishing plants represent the vital 20% yielding the most significant harvest. Similarly, in our daily lives, we often engage in numerous activities, but only a few contribute significantly to our happiness and success. The 80-20 rule challenges us to identify and nurture these high-impact areas. The 80-20 rule has profound implications for both our professional and personal lives. In the business world, it's often found that 80% of a company's revenue comes from 20% of its clients. Similarly, 80% of sales might be generated by 20% of the sales team. Recognizing this pattern allows businesses to focus on their most valuable customers and empower their top-performing employees. This principle extends far beyond the corporate world. In our personal lives, we might find that 80% of our enjoyment comes from 20% of our hobbies, or that 80% of our meaningful conversations happen with 20% of our friends. By identifying these patterns, we can make conscious choices about where to invest our time and energy for maximum fulfillment. Let's consider an individual passionate about writing, but burdened by a demanding job and household chores. They might discover that 80% of their writing output happens during the quiet hours of the early morning. By prioritizing this time for writing, they create space for their passion to flourish, leading to greater satisfaction and potentially even career opportunities. The key to unlocking the power of the 80-20 rule lies in identifying the crucial 20% in various areas of your life. Start by reflecting on your daily activities and their outcomes. Ask yourself, which tasks consistently yield the most significant results? Which activities bring me the most joy and fulfillment? In your professional life, consider which clients or projects generate the most revenue or personal satisfaction. In your personal life, identify the hobbies, relationships, and activities that bring you the most happiness and meaning. This process of introspection might involve tracking your time, analyzing your successes and failures, and seeking feedback from others. Remember, the 80-20 rule is a guide, not a rigid formula. The specific ratios might vary, but the underlying principle remains the same. A small portion of our efforts often leads to a disproportionately large impact. By identifying your vital 20%, you gain clarity on where to focus your energy for maximum results. Once you've identified your vital 20%, the next step is to leverage this knowledge to create a more fulfilling and productive life. This might involve saying no more often to activities and commitments that drain your energy without offering significant returns. It might require delegating tasks that can be done by others, freeing up your time and mental bandwidth for high-impact activities. Remember, working smarter, not harder, is key. It's about making conscious choices about where to invest your time and energy. Embrace the 80-20 rule as a tool for continuous improvement. Regularly review your priorities and adjust your approach as needed. This ongoing process of reflection and optimization will help you achieve greater balance, productivity, and fulfillment in all areas of your life. The 80-20 rule is not about doing less. It's about achieving more with less. By focusing on what truly matters, you can unlock your potential, maximize your impact, and live a more meaningful and successful life.